Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Cavalli.
My name is Marcus White.
And we welcome you
to the Wrevolution.
And I would like to say a special thank you to all the Revolutionaries who have been following us on the Twitter machine as of late. At WR Fight Mode Nick.
At MarWhite313.
And of course,
at our new Twitter.
Yes, the Twitter for the official channel. It is at Wrevolution Pod.
Yes, that's at Wrevolution Pod.
So follow us on the Twitter machine, and thank you, Revolutionaries, for joining us. Tonight we're going to discuss the Friday Night Smackdown from January 17th. I know we're a day late and $1 shy, but, work's a thing. We need to make money somehow. The YouTube thing isn't, a YouTube thing yet. So, anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Raw took place from Greensboro, North Carolina this year.
Smackdown?
Yikers. Smackdown.
Good start.
I'm a little tired. It's fine. Smackdown took place from Greensboro, North Carolina, and first thing I got to say is this was a hot crowd.
It was a really hot crowd. I mean, not that I would expect Greensboro to be anything else, but it was an extremely hot crowd. Yeah. That's wrestling territory, my friend.
Who would have thought? I mean, when I was watching the show, I was like, well, what are we in, New York or someplace like that? I was like, Greensboro, North Carolina?
It's wrestling territory, my friend.
You right, yeah.
So we kick things off with the Big Red Machine.
Kane is back?
Kane is back.
In 2020. First big show, now Kane. And freaking DDP on AEW. Like, what other old timers are we going to bring back?
Sting.
I mean, he'd be the best of the bunch.
I'd be okay with that.
Me too.
So,
he says there are 30 lost souls, and they all put their mind and the body on the line for a chance at Mania.
And the thing he loves most is to put them over the top rope and watch the hope fade from their eyes as their feet hit the floor.
So he says he holds the elimination record, and therefore he knows how to win the Royal Rumble. But then he's interrupted by one Bray Wyatt.
The Firefly Funhouse theme hits, and Bray Wyatt and all of his friends from the Firefly Funhouse appear on screen. And Bray Wyatt immediately reminds him that it is not nice to take pleasure in everybody else's pain.
How could you, Kane? That's just mean.
Of course, he reminds us that Ramblin' Rabbit is
alive
and well.
Yes!
Until Bray punches him and makes him flatline again. And then he goes, "Wait a minute, Kane. Your picture's on the wall here. Which means you've gone face to face with him."
Yeah, he says winning the Rumble isn't a good idea, especially if they challenge for his title. And then he says he'll never forget Kane. Flashback images of some of the old rivalry a couple years ago. And then the lights go out. The Fiend arrives.
Now, first of all, I'd like to say, Kane, we already knew you were smart, but you're a freaking mastermind. Jumping out of the ring when the lights go out. Like, your brother's the Undertaker.
I was going to say, him and Undertaker have been doing the spooky stuff for years, right?
You know what's going to happen. The lights go out. You get out of the ring.
Yeah. So the Fiend climbs up literally through the ring. Kane is waiting for him, of course, on the outside of the ring.
Kane turns around, looks at him, and goes, "Took you long enough." And he's immediately ambushed by who other than Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, who is over as hell. This man, oh my goodness.
So I would like to point something out, and Paige alluded to this week. Everybody who has faced The Fiend has reverted to an older gimmick of themselves. The Miz is back with John Morrison now. D-Bry shaved his head. Now he's back with Kane.
Seth Rollins went back to being a heel.
Yes. Everyone who has faced The Fiend has been changed, and all of them have reverted to a former self.
Well, and I was going to say, too, what I like about this Fiend gimmick as well is that what's been one of the biggest complaints of WWE main roster storyline writing is that you don't there's no continuity. That like WWE thinks we all have amnesia and like things change week to week and they forget certain aspects. But this is like, no, like we remember, like, hey, we're gonna really test your memory. Do you remember this rivalry that happened? I don't know, 3-4 years ago. Yep. Do you remember? Like, it's bringing back stuff from the past. It's continuity. Like,
is it bad that I'm
what
excited?
What a concept!
Is it bad that I'm excited for the Fiend to face Kofi Kingston?
Ooh.
Go get our Jamaican boy Kofi back for a couple months.
I think that's one we could probably they could probably keep on the back burner.
I don't know, man. I mean, you know,
I don't need Kofi
friend.
Kingston.
We got that one guy who liked this singles run. Like, not the newest one, like the one before that.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan beats up the Fiend, chases him off, and he kind of like tries to follow him under the ring, and he grabs him and rips out a piece of his dreadlocks.
Turnabout is fair play, my friend.
Yes. So, mate, does that mean that Bray Wyatt shows up to SmackDown next week bald?
No, I really hope not. You know, maybe they could do that to. Maybe they could do like the reverse to Baron Corbin and give him his hair back, please. Because like, remember when we all wanted him to go bald? Yeah, good times.
Yeah, so D-Bry, of course, does the yes chant. The crowd, just the entire crowd does it. And then he stops. And then Kane does the yes chant.
Oh, man. These two are as over as hell together. No pun intended.
The only thing we didn't get the hug.
We did not get the hug. No.
But
we did get the fight backstage.
We got the... Kane and Daniel Bryan arguing over who is the tag team champions. And yes, I said that correct.
Well, you know, that sounds like something straight out of our 2K universe, but that's fine, man.
Straight out of our truth, you Yeah, so D-Bry gets interviewed, and I got her name if I look through it here, because I was so excited once I figured out who it was.
Because you were upset at yourself for calling it interviewer number 2 last on Monday.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. So
while you're looking for that, during the interview, Daniel Bryan, he cuts a monster promo. The Fiend is best at running and disappearing. There's nothing else he's good for.
Caleb Braxton. There we go.
There you go, buddy.
There we go.
So he challenges the Fiend to a match where the Fiend can't run. And rather than something like, I don't know, steel cage match, Hell in a Cell, something, he challenges the Fiend to a strap match.
Maybe it'll be good.
When has a strap match been good?
But it's Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt.
You get that. It's just, Cena and Rusev had one, right? Excuse me, wasn't that like a steel chain match or something?
Yeah, but
slightly
if
different.
any two wrestlers are gonna make that concept a good match, it'd be these two.
I don't know.
Not that I'm downplaying John Cena and Rusev, but like I like to think that Daniel Bryan is maybe just a hair like better, just a little bit.
But this is the thing that he says that I put in quotes. And it alludes to what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. His exact words. The Fiend changed me.
Yes.
I just got chills. Like, this is such a cool concept if that's actually what WWE is shooting for and we're not just grasping at straws. But that is such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Especially for some people who were fledgling a little bit.
So does that mean... There is one, like, I guess, change to, or not one change, one outlier, I guess, to the Fiend attacks, and that would be Kane himself. Kane was already in his demon persona. He didn't revert back to a prior one, I guess. I guess you could call the Team Hell No one, but they did that with the Bryan Kane reunion a couple years ago anyway.
See, now this one's difficult with Kane because... Aside from No Mask Kane...
I would love to see No Mask Kane come back.
And by No Mask Kane, we mean No Mask Kane, not Corporate Kane.
Yeah, no, we mean like the psychotic, like, Lita chasing Kane.
Oh God. Oh, there we go again with the Kane and Lita story. Aside from those two, which are, like, very obvious, or I don't know if you put on, like, the original mask or something.
Please get rid of the whatever the hell that thing is.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of like Kane reverting back to his Team Hell No days. Yeah. So you could argue that.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
That's the only outlier.
Has Kane's gimmick ever really changed other than Corporate Kane? I mean, he's always been big, scary, and psychotic.
I mean, I guess that's why I said that's like the one outlier, and it's it's a stretch because Kane for the most part's kind of been the same. He's had like 3 core personas really, and that's the original mask Kane, no mask, and then Corporate Kane. So,
right, and then New Kane,
and then New Kane, which is basically just
mask Kane,
yeah.
But
or excuse
worse.
me, Demon Kane. Whatever.
You're right. Yeah, that's New Kane.
That's New Kane, Demon Kane. Yeah. So
tasteful.
It's his demon aspect.
Oh, no. Don't get me going on this. So then we get a singles match, which was actually... I mean, it was the first singles match for John Morrison since
coming back
2012.
Yeah.
In WWE.
In WWE. He hasn't been retired since 2012, guys.
Lucha Underground, Impact. Don't look up either of those.
Love when WWE does that. They come back. This is his first match in over a decade. No, it's not.
Actually, I can't say don't look up either of those. Look up Lucha Underground.
Please look
Forget
up
Impact exists.
Yeah.
Current Impact.
Yes, you can. Anything past like 2010 Impact, just don't
I
watch.
would say except for their world champion, but I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole right now. You heard what happened with that, right?
I don't want to know.
Oh, yeah. Look that up after the show.
So, yeah, it's Big E, just Big E, versus John Morrison. And, oh, my goodness, he has his old entrance back, slow-mo and everything. Miz is there with him. He's got pyro. This was, for anyone that watched, like, WWE, like, around, like, 2009, 2010, like, oh, this was chills.
All of the nostalgia.
Like, the Miz and Morrison tag team. And to see, like... the differences now, like, in how far they've come now, like, especially in the Miz mainly, chills.
My favorite thing for the entire match is Michael Cole. Michael, what is this? Corey, could you please explain his parkour offensive style? What? A parkour is not an offensive style. I mean, it could be considered a style of what?
Yeah, so, isn't his nickname
the
is
Prince of
the
Parkour.
Prince of Parkour, and...
No. WWE's pushing that. His nickname is the Shaman of Sexy.
I'm guessing
it's both. Whatever.
I would say that I guess WWE's trying to push that as his new gimmick. I mean, that's what they do.
And then there was Corey Graves, who straight up called him the Shaman of Sexy.
Yeah, I mean, look...
Thank you, Corey.
I mean, hence remember the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura? Rest in peace to the... King of Strong Style.
The artiste.
Yeah, so this match was great, and this is the only thing that's been and it's kind of everyone's biggest problem with Morrison is his finisher. It looks amazing.
Dude,
but
Starship Pain is
Starship
back.
Pain is amazing,
Starship Pain.
Man, this move looks like it just does not hurt at all. But I love it. I mean, I don't want to change or anything. I'm just saying it's...
And it doesn't help that he landed... awkwardly.
Yeah, it wasn't his best Starship Pain.
It was not beautiful.
But Morrison does pick up the victory.
The other thing that was mentioned during the match was a possible big singles run for Big E. I can't remember which of the two commentators said, but that Big E has the potential, just a big win or two to get him over the hump for a big singles run.
Well, that'll be hard while he's rocking one half of the tag belts.
That's true, but when Xavier does get back.
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe see them dropping the titles and then...
But I mean, think about this. With the way Vince views superstars, Big E's a shoo-in.
That's fair. Yeah,
He's big.
And it's also,
He's sweaty.
It's not like Vince cares about the
guys.
tag team division anyway, so you could just have Big E rocking multiple titles.
We will get to.
Yeah. So, next we get a Uso and Roman Reigns promo.
That was fire.
Yes.
That was absolutely fire. Winner of the match Friday night, sets the stipulation for Roman versus Corbin at the Royal Rumble, which, again...
it's a match.
But they end it so beautifully. We're going to welcome you to the Uso Penitentiary. Okay, Roman.
And
I'd like to see that stable.
He just angrily stares into the camera.
I would love to see that stable.
I mean, we've seen it.
I know, but I would love to see it with them all semi-heel.
Yeah.
I mean, Roman, the way he was acting and speaking, that was like anti-hero-ish.
Well, and this is something that I'll touch more on later on, but for the most part tonight, Roman looked like a full-on face, though, in terms of the crowd reaction. I mean, he was getting... This was probably the best reaction I've seen from Roman. He's been getting more and more like these lately, too.
Well, and the thing is, it's because his persona is not just pushed as, hi, I'm Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he's not just John Cena, too.
He's different. He has a personality now.
Exactly.
Which,
oh, God, he's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if he did.
I would. God, he's already won it. He would already have that. That's 3 times already.
You know,
that's so fast.
Yeah, well, you know.
So, moving on, we get the Usos versus the Revival.
No flips, just fists, baby.
I love the Revival. God, can these guys win a match, please?
My favorite thing is the hashtag FTR on their pants.
Yikes, yeah. Go look that one up if you don't know what that means. I'm not going to say it on the podcast. We can't
say that on the podcast.
Lest I get demonetized, but yeah. So, this was a really good match. I mean, I've already expressed my praise for the Revival. The Usos, if you don't know, are one of my favorite tag teams in WWE. They're probably one of the best tag teams, if not WWE, then the world. They are up there in that upper echelon.
I would genuinely, and for a guy who is an AEW guy through and through, say that they are one of the best tag teams in the world.
When I look at the Usos, I see, and it's not just the super kicks, I promise
the Young Bucks.
But I do see like a WWE like version of the Young Bucks. They are just they're that like tag team that just carries the division year in and year out.
Up there in that dream card that you and I talk about between WWE and AEW, up there with the Kenny Omega AJ Styles match is the Usos Young Bucks.
Usos Young Bucks, that would just tear the house down.
That would be insane.
Just you're.
We could do the private party versus your boys from NXT,
versus
right?
Street Profits.
Yeah.
There we go.
That would be an interesting match.
Yes, so the Usos Revival. This was a good match. I mean, for a SmackDown match, it was.
There were a lot of good tag team moves, as we would expect from 2 veteran tag teams. A great hot tag at one point from Jay to Jimmy. Jimmy was on fire in that match.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we get an Usos splash.
Yeah,
for the win. I mean, not that I'm complaining. It's just
isn't that normally how they win their match?
That is their finisher. Yeah. I'm just, you and I've talked about weak finishers.
I mean. Isn't it? It's like kind of like a tribute, though.
Yeah,
it's a tribute.
It is. And I mean, if a frog splash can be a finisher, I suppose this can be a finisher. It's just, it always looks weaker when they hit it.
Yeah. So to be fair, also this wasn't one of his better ones too.
Oh yeah, no, that looked ugly.
Yeah. So we get the Revival backstage.
Oh my god.
And this I love that the Revival's gimmick now is just like throwing shots at WWE, but it's like planned shots, almost like teasing the marks.
Their entire gimmick is, we don't want to be here.
Yet they keep re-signing.
The company cares about us about as much as they do with most of their tag team talent. We're going to definitely have to make a change.
Yeah.
Please do. Please. Let us mark out. I will mark out so hard when you leave. Both of you.
Watch the change just be them going to NXT. Which I'd love that.
I
would love
cool.
that.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see them in NXT. So, I'm still waiting on the Ascension to hit up AEW in February.
Yeah. So
or whatever they'll be called. But this is okay. Before we go too far, the Revival today or earlier this week, I could be wrong, went out on their own without WWE's permission and trademarked Shatter Machine. Which a lot of people are speculating would be their tag team name on the indies because they could not use the Revival. WWE owns the rights to that. But they trademarked Shatter Machine so they could take the finisher name and they trademarked it as a possible entertainment name.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I'd like that.
So for those of us who are looking for the Revival to ditch WWE, head to the indies or to AEW or something like that.
Please do.
There's some news for you. They did just trademark their finisher name, not with WWE, by themselves.
Okay. I did not know that.
Breaking news.
So this little backstage interview gets interrupted by a fight. Lacey Evans attacking Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Oh, God.
And it appears that Sasha is hurt. She's holding her ankle. So then Michael Cole and Corey expressed their concern for what's going to happen to the match later on tonight.
I'm not invested in any of these characters. I'm just not.
I'll say when Sasha came back at first, I was like, oh, yes, Sasha, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Then they just immediately lump her in with Bayley. And I will say I do like the Bayley heel turn, but
it's so cringy.
I don't.
Like, this is the thing for me. Watching the match later, and I'll express this a little more later, I'm not invested in Bayley as a heel, and I'm not invested in Lacey Evans as a face.
Well, I appreciate them at least trying to go all out with the Bayley heel turn. I mean, different music, different attire, like trying
they
to.
They
are giving it a shot. Like they're not just
you look at her and you want to hug her.
She's adorable. It's like Kairi Sane. Like you don't believe her as a heel.
Kairi Sane is not a heel.
There are certain people that are just forever baby faces. At least Daniel Bryan, no matter how over he is, can actually there were points in that Earth Hugger gimmick that I just wanted to punch him in the face. Yeah. And it was great. Yeah. I loved every second of that gimmick.
Yeah, but there are people who are perpetually baby faces.
Yeah. And Bayley's just one of those guys. It's just like trying to watch Sami Zayn be a heel, and you're just like, why?
I just want to watch you skip down the ramp to ska music, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to be mad at you. You're one of my faves.
Like, I love you, Sammy. And then there's people who should perpetually probably be heels, too.
Like Lacey Evans, which, if you're going to do the whole, sassy Southern Belle gimmick, then why is she a face?
I'm sorry. You know what happened? Vince watched Glow on Netflix, and he's like, they're cheering for that Liberty Bell character. I need one of those.
And this was one of the things that it's so confusing, just plopping back into I kind of smacked the mic there. Plopping back into the middle of wrestling after being away for 3 months. Just going, what the hell is going on? Lacey's a face and getting actual good reaction. The crowd is actually giving her a reaction, and
because of the way that she's been attacked by Bayley and Sasha, attacking her motherhood. That's a thing that's going to channel the crowd. And while it might not quite be Zoya the Destroyer, if you are into Glow like I am, that's something that's going to make them get a little heat.
Yeah, I mean, look, if WWE can progress this storyline and get Lacey, I guess, more over and kind of make me care more, then I won't be mad at them. I mean, I'm all for characters developing and changing, so show me what you got, WWE. You got me right now. So, next we get Fire and Desire.
My favorite backstage segment. Okay, first of all, for those of you who don't know, I forever have been a Sonya Deville fan. No idea why. I'm just taken to her. I love her wrestling. I just do. She's good in the ring. Genuinely good.
Oh, she's a good wrestler.
Yeah. And then there's Mandy.
And then there's Mandy Rose.
But you know what? I feel like these two as a pair, especially because they do have a genuine chemistry and friendship outside of WWE, it works. It really, really works. And Sonya asks Mandy, do you think Otis would be interested in being at ringside for my match with Alexa Bliss tonight?
And Mandy's just clueless on the whole situation. She's what do you mean? Yeah. She's like, well, I see why you want Otis at ringside with us. Well, he's so sweet.
Yeah. So Sonya's like, dude, you're using him because he interferes in your matches.
And Mandy's just like, no,
I would never do that.
And it's funny because I'm pretty sure that the way they're booking the storyline is that she actually is just
Mandy is just clueless. I think that
they're gonna put Otis with Mandy. Right?
I think that in storyline, in kayfabe, Mandy Rose is falling in love with Otis. Everyone else looks at it and goes,
"Hey, it gives us bigger guys hope." So there you go.
Oh man, Mandy Rose for all of us.
Yes, sir. So we.
Even if we're not quite as big as Otis.
No.
Maybe that's the problem.
We
We need to get fatter.
There you go. Hey, I got a pizza in the fridge. Let's slam it.
Oh, that sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, so next we get go back to Bailey and Sasha Banks. Now this time Sasha's in the trainer's room. Her ankle is completely wrapped, and Bailey is furious.
So cringy.
She's steaming mad, but it is a big bottle of cringe.
It's so cringy.
I'm going to break her ankle.
I'm gonna break all of the bones in her body next time I see her. And I'm like, Bailey, I don't believe a word of that. Like, you're going to hug her to death, right? Like,
Even Sasha's looking at her like, yeah, sure.
yeah, like you're gonna hit the Bailey to belly. Like, nobody believes you, Bailey.
No. And then who should come and kind of lay down the law?
Who?
Who? No, seriously, who? Because
I don't know who it
this
is.
dude, who was this guy?
Did you get the name on it? 'Cause
I did.
have no idea.
Adam Pearce is the name.
Whoever
He
the
is
hell
a
it is.
WWE SmackDown official. So he's one of the guys you see whenever there's a brawl on stage, like running down, like to separate the brawl. He's
So he's
that
like
guy.
he's Fit Finley,
Yes, he is the SmackDown.
or like
Finlay.
AEW's Dean Malenko.
Yes, he's that
Okay,
guy.
cool.
But apparently he also makes matches.
Matches, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Don't you think Dean Malenko and Finley make matches too?
I mean, I figured they had input storyline wise. I guess they do on the actual show now.
No, man, they just make matches.
Yeah, I mean, since we don't have a GM, right, on either show,
Not an active,
not an active,
role
an
GM.
acting
I
capacity.
mean,
there's the, I guess the McMahon family does run both shows, but we
Yeah,
don't see them ever.
and
Thank
it's
God we don't.
yeah, it's well knowledgeable that Paul Heyman runs Raw.
And I'm glad. I'm not saying that I want a GM role because I personally believe the whole GM thing is kind of played out. You've seen it so many times. You can only do so much with a heel GM character.
Look, that's the thing. There needs to be somebody who on screen controls things. It makes sense. But at the same time, they can't always just be the bad guy looking to screw over the face. Sometimes they just got to be Teddy Long, who's like,
Here's a match. Play
here's a match, playa. You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Yeah. So,
It's
yeah.
going to be a tag team match.
Does that make sense? No, but
But I'd rather have that than, I'm going to make it a 4-on-1 handicap match, Roman Reigns. Because I don't like you. Because you're Roman Reigns.
because I'm the authority. Yeah, so
Bow down to the king.
the worst theme song.
Yeah, Grease.
So, yeah,
Is that as bad as the My Time theme?
No. But no, My Time, I'm not a fan of that one. But you know
nothing
what is
as
great?
good as Vince
Vince
McMahon's
McMahon, Shawn
sexy
Michaels.
boy.
Yes. We're getting off topic here.
Look that up, kids. Anyways, yeah.
Mr. Pierce walks in, and Sasha and Bailey are like, you're going to fix this? And he's like, oh, I'm going to fix it, all right. I'm going to put you in the match instead of Sasha. And obviously Bailey's mad. And he's like, well, you were just talking about how you were going to snap her ankle, right? So now's your chance. And that match is next. So it's going to be Bailey versus Lacey Evans. And you kind of get the seeds planted by the announce team that if Lacey, wins the match and against a champion, that she might get a future title opportunity. I didn't think it'd be that fast, though, because by the end of the night, they're announcing on the card at Rumble that it's Lacey versus Bailey. So, spoilers, by the way, Lacey Evans wins this match, but that was quick. Wow.
Okay, I would just like to say, wow, was the ref mic'd up for that match? I heard every word out of your mouth. When you breathed, I heard it. When you swallowed, I heard it. When you blinked, I heard it.
Yeah, it was loud. It's like those John Cena ring mics.
Yeah.
Suplex.
Like, oh my God. And my favorite, hey, you can't do that. You know that's illegal. Wow. Please tell me that's not what refs actually sound like in the ring. This is why I love Aubrey Edwards. What was that? Or like Lil Mage.
Or Mike
Chioda.
As much everyone's favorite ref.
No, everyone's favorite ref, Earl Hebner.
Hey! So, something actually dawned on me during this match. one of the main reasons that I don't like WWE commentary, it just kind of like popped in my head because I don't like WWE commentary. Soccer, right? As much as I talk about them. I mean, I do like Mauro Ranallo on NXT, minus Beth Phoenix.
We both like.
I like Nigel McGuinness.
What's the guy on Raw? We like him, Vic Joseph. Yeah.
I do like Vic
We like
Joseph.
Vic-ish.
I don't like, but I'm talking about the team in particular. So the problem is there's just no good announced teams in WWE. But my issue right now with, or kind of for the last couple of years, WWE commentary, is that they don't shut up. Like, there's a match happening in the ring, and I get that you're trying to build storyline and, build characters, but
the match.
Talk
Or
about
call the
the
moves.
match.
Yeah, call the moves.
Like
that's one thing that you and I both agree on with AEW and WWE. Just call the moves.
Yeah, hell, even with NXT, what Mauro is never talking about some random thing. He's calling the match.
15 fans in the crowd wearing this exact T-shirt. Like, no one cares. Call the match.
Call the match, Michael. Like, if you watch Michael Cole when it was, what was it, the 205 Live? Not 205, the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yep.
Mike, that was the best I've heard Michael Cole in years because he was calling
the match. Because Cruiserweight Classic was about the match.
Like, I get that, say, if you're like a Corey Graves, that you're like the heel commentator, you're supposed to, like, kind of antagonize a little bit and be that, like, heel color commentary.
Deflect.
But Michael Cole.
It's not that hard.
Michael Cole, you're play-by-play. Do your freaking job. You are
dude.
a play-by-play announcer. I'm sitting here, like, literally the first, 5-10 minutes of this match, I'm watching and I'm just like, I haven't heard Michael Cole call a single move, except maybe, like, a big spot here and there. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
You know what dawned on me during this match? That I need more caffeine on a Friday after work to fully watch SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't bad.
It's better than Raw.
We talked about this. It was actually good. I think I'd rate it more than 50%.
Oh, definitely. It was
like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Raw was like a 3.
Yeah.
Raw was the absolute pits. SmackDown, not so much. But it still was just very, very tiring to get through.
Yeah, it's hard to watch. I guess one of the biggest things that made SmackDown better than Raw is that you're actually building towards the Rumble. It's not just random match.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You don't just throw random matches in the ring?
Building towards a pay-per-view? I know, mind-blowing.
Take notes, Heyman.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear that. And
Especially from me.
Yeah, seriously.
For how much I love EC Dub? Mm-mm.
So another thing that I picked up on this match is that Lacey Evans, and she's kind of been criticized as like the Southern Charlotte, but she has a really nice moonsault. I put down it's the most beautiful moonsault that didn't connect, because obviously Bayley countered it, but it was really good.
She is the Southern Charlotte because her finisher is also boring as hell. Instead of a big boot, it's just a punch.
It's just, so Lacey wins with the women's right. Just a straight right hand. I mean, my God, what a right hand.
And the funny thing is, this was better than the next segment.
So the next segment.
This is still a thing. This is another thing we thought would probably be gone.
I thought this would have been dead and buried 6 feet under.
Backstage interview with Shorty G. Not Shorty Gable. Shorty G.
Yeah. Oof. So, Miss Kayla Braxton, I'm going to try to get your name locked in my memory banks there. She is interviewing Shorty G, who's... This promo doesn't really matter much. He's just talking about how, like, Sheamus is a bully, yada, yada, yada. I'm overcoming my height, yada,
Sheamus
yada, yada.
comes in with short jokes, yada, yada, yada.
And then
Gable attacks
him.
Shorty G attacks Sheamus, yada, yada, yada. Rumble match.
Cool. So...
No, they announce later in the night they will have a match at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Why?
So this is a thing. Sheamus, I'm glad you're back, but this feud means nothing to me. Just hurry up and get it done and get paired with Cesaro, who's also doing nothing.
No, man, he's the hottest stable
How do you
now.
bring Sheamus back and just immediately go, hey, that storyline, Cesaro, you're in, just yank, and Sheamus and Cesaro. Like,
yeah, why would you not do that?
for a tag team division that is dying, you need tag teams. The Bar, one of the best tag teams in recent years on SmackDown, and you just nope them. So,
no, man, because Cesaro's got to be the Jake Hager for Sami Zayn's little outfit.
Yay! So
We have another inner circle forming on SmackDown.
hooray!
And again,
And
Sami
they're all-
Zayn's the only one who can talk.
Yeah, since they never give Cesaro the mic.
Well, and Shinsuke.
Yeah. So
I no speak English.
yay! Subtle racism from WWE. So next we get another interview. This was becoming a theme tonight, by the way. So many interviews. But yeah, Braun Strowman, who, hey, if you didn't know, he's going to be in the Rumble. Spoiler alert.
He says he wants a fair shot against Shinsuke Nakamura for the IC title as well.
Then, ladies and gentlemen,
Elias. Oh my God, he's still over as ever. He might be more over now.
at least WWE learned from their mistake, and they said, hey, so you remember how you were over and then we just randomly turned you heel again? We're actually going to feed off the crowd and make you a face again. At least a tweener.
WWE stands for...
Walk with Elias!
I said WWE stands for...
Walk with Elias. And boy, was the crowd walking tonight. Everything this man said just followed by a pop from the crowd. It was amazing.
And he wrote a song when he got into Greensboro, and he wrote it, and he called it Walking in Greensboro.
Yeah, actually a little bit before he does get into that song, he states that he needs the universe because he needs him to reach where he wants to go. In order to reach where he wants to go, a truth needs to ring out from across every voice around the world, which is that WWE stands for Walk with Elias. He then gets to the song. The crowd starts clapping along to the beat, and then it gets interrupted. Man, I really want to hear that song. But it gets interrupted by Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn.
Ooh. So Sami Zayn says that the match for the IC title, he is a fighting champion. He's a proud man, and that's why right here, right now, I can give you the answer that match will absolutely not happen.
Huh?
Wow. And it's because I call the shots. What?
Yeah.
Who died and made you general manager, Sammy?
I had that in my notes too. It said, he goes, I call the shot. No, we call the shot. So apparently they run the show now.
Yep.
Cool. So
Welcome to the Sami Zayn show. I know we had the Kevin Owens show, the KO show, but
yeah. So Sammy does, the only important thing from this is that Sammy reminds people that Shinsuke did as a previous Rumble winner. So
now
he's
he
got
can do it again.
He can do it again. And then, yeah, promo over. Sammy, Elias, go ahead and continue doing your guitar thing.
And Elias says, I wrote a song called Sami Zayn Needs to Shut His Damn Mouth. And the chorus goes, Shinsuke sucks.
Him and the crowd are about to start singing, and then Sammy again cuts off Elias. Dude, that's like interrupting like Prince or MJ in mid-concert. Like
okay.
you can't do that.
Okay.
This is like golden talent here.
Okay,
Like you
buddy.
can't do that.
Okay. You're going too far.
You're not going far enough.
No,
This is
okay.
Elias.
Yep. You sound like me now.
This is Elias.
You sound as snarky as I do for most of this podcast. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So Cesaro is sent to the ring. Sammy sixes dogs. Cesaro is sent to the ring, and then Shinsuke, and they make it 2-on-1, and then Sami Zayn attacks Elias, and who comes to the ring but Braun Strowman, and literally just clears everyone. Royal Rumble style, by the way.
I have in my notes, the funniest thing about this segment was that, like, Sammy's like, oh, like, you think you're funny, you want to talk tough? Get him, Cesaro. And then Cesaro's just like, okay, and then walks down and fights. I'm just like, if you were going to do a 3-on-1 attack, why didn't all three of you just cut some time and then just 3-on-1 attack? There's no point for the, like, stuttered entrance. I don't know. I didn't get it. So next we get a Rocky Johnson tribute video. Again, very classy on the part of WWE. Mm-hmm. I like this a lot. I'm really glad they did it. Kind of for those that weren't, didn't know a lot about Rocky Johnson. They're like, hey, this is what this guy did. This was his career, his life. So I like that. I thought that was cool.
And to memorialize an absolute trailblazer, that was a good idea. I'm glad that they did that.
So Guys, I have a question for you. Did you know that Smackdown is on Fox?
No, man.
And did you know that there's a football game happening tomorrow? Because I didn't know that.
Happening Sunday.
Happening Sunday. Who's playing in it?
No, I'm not talking about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, they only told us this, like, I don't know, 300-400 times
I don't want to
throughout
talk about
this freaking show. We come back from commercial break to get another commercial via Michael Cole. Make sure you tune in this Sunday. I'm just like, Cole, I don't care. And I'm a football fan, but I tune into wrestling to watch wrestling. It's like, ironically, when you're watching like a Monday Night Football game and they're like, you hear like the Smackdown thing come on. Here, tune in this Friday night for Smackdown. And I'm just like, look, guys, I get you're wanting to promote your show, but like,
Yeah,
I
Thursday Night Football.
promise you, like 99% of the people that are watching Monday Night
All right.
Football don't care about Friday Night Smackdown or vice versa.
First of all, it'll be Thursday Night Football. Monday night's on ESPN. I'm just saying. You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Whatever.
And more importantly, I don't mean to alienate any members of our fan base, but screw the Packers. Genuinely screw the Packers. Literally, I would happily do an entire 3.5-hour podcast about how much I hate the frickin' Cheeseheads. Anyways, we can continue from that. So,
Well, if you're still with us, Packers fans.
I wish you weren't.
No, I do. Please stay. Come back.
Oh, that's right. We need followers. So we come back to the main event of the night. I don't care about that tables match. It's Sonya Deville and Alexa Bliss, two of my favorite female superstars, going head to head.
Look, I'll give credit where credit's due. Alexa's gotten better in the ring.
She improves every time I see her in the ring. Every time.
I don't know about all that, but she's definitely gotten better in the ring, and Sonya obviously is really good.
And of course, Alexa has Nikki Cross at ringside, and Sonya Deville has Mandy Rose at ringside.
But
then the music hits.
heavy machinery, but featuring Otis.
Otis has come out to stand ringside, except instead of ringside, menacingly on the ramp. I didn't understand that part. For Sonya Deville.
So I guess it worked, or did it?
So at one point, Mandy tries to intervene in the match. Nikki Cross knocks her down off the top turnbuckle.
Gets caught by
Otis, full on homecoming picture style.
And then you get the creepiest moment of the night, Otis holding Mandy. That was
whatever
weird.
it was that Otis was doing with his tongue at that point was entirely terrifying.
It was so
Michael
creepy.
Cole goes, I'm sorry, did you just see that face that Otis was making? And Corey goes, I can't forget it.
Yeah, so, and then this is like the dumbest way to lose a match, the dumbest like interference, I guess, is that so Mandy gets caught by Otis, and Sonya is just like staring at Otis and Mandy, and Michael Cole tries to justify it as, well, she's making sure that, making sure that Mandy's okay, but girl, she's fine. And then this results in...
She's in a big, strong man's arms.
Yeah, so this results in a roll-up from Alexa Bliss. 1, 2, 3. Bliss gets the victory. But this was not, like... I get that you're trying to do like, she wanted Otis at ringside, then Otis cost her the match. I can see where this is going. Sonya's going to do you need to stop being with Otis thing. I can see it a mile away.
I hope so.
But that was the dumbest way to end the match.
You know what the worst part about that is? Sonya's going to have to turn heel for that angle.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man. She works better as a heel.
I know she does, but I love her so much. I don't want to see that. I mean, I love it.
You just don't want to
Bliss as a
see.
heel.
You don't want to see Fire and Desire get broken up.
Oh no, I've wanted that for a long time. We've talked about how much I need a Sonya Deville singles run. That would be fine. What I don't need is a Sonya Deville singles run as a heel.
But you know what's going to happen, right? If she does break off an heel, she's going to have like a 3-month storyline against Mandy Rose and Otis. And then her tag team partner is probably going to be like freaking Baron Corbin or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, she's gonna be the next disciple on Monday nights. She's gonna hop shows.
I hope not. Please, SmackDown needs all the talent.
That's right. Oh, man.
And just
Can we send Mandy to Raw then?
I like No, I don't.
I mean, I like Mandy.
I almost said no.
I like Mandy on the mic.
She's alright. I mean, on the mic, she's gold, but
and then she gets in the ring.
she can improve. I mean, hell, we talk about Alexa Bliss improving, so she's got time.
Man,
She's
I
young.
love you, Alexa.
So
Such a sweetheart.
we get backstage segment. It's Dolph and Corbin talking to Rude about getting revenge on Roman Reigns.
We have the most glorious backstage segment of the night. I just wanted to correct.
Oh, go ahead now, Mr. Glorious.
The most glorious backstage segment of the night. It's Dolph Ziggler and King Corbin talking to Robert Roode about his upcoming match with Roman Reigns. And Robert talks about how he's waited a long time to get his hands on Roman and a long time to put him through a table. And then he says, and then Corbin says, when you win this match, I get to pick the stipulation for the match at Royal Rumble. And that, my friend, would be glorious.
You done that?
You can't miss the glorious spot, man.
I was gonna do it at the end of the night.
Yeah, whatever. Sure you were.
I was let you continue.
Nah, man.
No, go ahead.
I mean, this ain't a one-man show. It could be, but it's not.
Now when I'm doing all the editing, it's not.
You right.
So we do get the announcement. Talked about this a little bit earlier that we're gonna see Bailey and versus Lacey at the Rumble.
Yay.
And Shorty G versus Sheamus at the Rumble.
Yay.
And then we get into the main event. It is a tables match between Robert Roode and Roman Reigns. And
Dog.
yeah, this entrance, it looks amazing, and then we get the most terrifying part of it, the giant, like,
CGI floating dog.
dog. And then the camera zooms through it, and I'm just like, get away.
That's a whole nother pack of cringe.
Yeah, I know that Fox is paying a lot of money for this show, but
They wanted a sports show.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I get that, like MLB, NFL, like, they put, like,
Those
little
cringe.
things, like, CGI things on the field.
Those are just as
But
cringe.
those are, like, they're like scores. It's like the score update.
And
Or,
that's
like,
why I was sorry to cut you off. I like how, like, you know, when you come from commercial break, they show you, like, the card of, like, who's fighting who before it gets back into the ring. I like that. I don't like when they try to do it with the entrances. It just looks cringe.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's like, if you remember the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Eagles when Nick Foles won, and they just had that giant, like, video game character of, like, Tom Brady and Nick Foles. And it's just as cringe. It's bad looking. It's like something out of, like, a PS2 game. So
Yeah, it kind of looks like one of our friends designed it or something.
yeah,
Like, it was bad.
So Roman's coming out to, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of applause, big pop from the crowd.
Do you think you could edit a CGI dog into our video?
That's a little too.
Zoom right now.
If you would like,
We're not there yet?
Nah, go ahead, man. If you want to, CGI dog, I'll leave that one part for you.
You know,
Here, right here, future Nick. There you go, CGI dog. If you don't see it in the video, he's just being lazy.
Lazy's my middle name, though. I'm not gonna get up early tomorrow, you know. I'm a busy man.
Hey, we both work tomorrow.
I don't work tomorrow. I just have to be up early.
So, yeah, Roman comes out to the ring, and then he gets blindside attacked by Robert Roode.
Okay. Maybe this is unpopular opinion of the day, which seems to be my specialty. I'm kind of tired of blindside attacks. Like, they're getting old, man. Like, you do it every week. Like, it used to be like, oh, wow, cool, a superstar ran out and attacked somebody. Now it's like, oh, Roman's entering first. Guess Robert Roode's going to hit him from behind.
Bob
Roode. Come on, Bob.
Come on, Bob.
Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, so, yeah, I see your point there. I thought, at least for this entrance, I kind of like, I get it, because if you're Robert Roode, you clearly do not have the advantage in this match.
And you don't like Roman. I get the usage of it in this match, but it doesn't feel special anymore.
No, and it definitely doesn't.
There are a lot of things that don't feel special anymore, thanks to you guys.
I mean, hell, going through a table doesn't feel special anymore. Now it's just like...
You know what I want to see? And you know what? WWE booked this for Survivor Series next year. Instead of a traditional Survivor Series match, an elimination tables match. 5-on-5 elimination tables match.
Oh, God.
Book it. Book it.
I see so many things going wrong.
You know what? 5-on-5 NXT. Bring the
yikes.
UK brand in too. Make it a 20-man tables match elimination.
Yikes.
Let's go. Book it.
You
just said you wanted the cracked out Vince,
yeah, right? So you on that stuff that Vince is on, right?
Yeah. Well, that's like when I said that we should put a ladder on top of a Hell in a Cell and suspend the belt from the top.
That
of the
just
arena.
sounds like death. So you just want to see someone die in the ring, don't you?
No,
you really do.
I don't. But if they do, could they do it doing something cool?
No, we don't want death.
No, I don't want death.
Revolution podcast does not support
wrestling death in
deaths.
rings. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, in-ring deaths happen all the time. At least,
They do not happen all the time. There's like one, like, every
10 years.
Yeah, like, what? This would be a very, like, this field would be gone if that happened.
Every 10 years, we lose one professional wrestler to an in-ring death. Please support our wrestlers today.
Yes. I don't know where to go from that.
5v5 table elimination match. I'm in fight mode tonight. Whoa.
So this match, this match is a thing. The only really important thing is that at one point Roman goes for like a spear through the barricade on Roode. Roode just gets out the way, nopes out the way, spears himself through the barricade, and then almost like on cue, you get King Corbin being carried on his throne to one of those men, by the way, future WWE champion.
Let's be honest. Yeah. Of all the times that's happened, look at Dolph Ziggler.
Look at CM Punk. Yeah, so being carried out to the ring by a future world champion.
We say this while the winner of the 2003 Tough Enough Award just came back.
Yeah.
It's 2020. Morrison, I love you, but dude, what? Anyways, Go ahead.
Yeah, so they go to commercial break. We come back, and King Corbin's just chilling on the ramp without his throne, apparently, because...
Reasons.
It
probably broke again.
Yeah. So as soon as it seems like Roman is starting to get back in this match, mount the comeback, Ziggler and Corbin are just like, nah, fam. They attack, and it's that 3-on-1, and family comes to the rescue.
Well, they set Roman up on the announce table. Robert Roode was ready to splash him through the announce table.
No. Bob. Whatever you're calling yourself nowadays, Mr. Glorious One. I love you. Dude, I really do. You are not Shane McMahon. You are not about to clear that, like...
Time out. Did you just, in any way, shape, or form, say that Shane McMahon is better than Robert Roode?
No.
Because that's what I get what you're saying, but you're saying that in a way... Shane McMahon is the best in the world.
Oh, God. Now I regret it. Look, if this was like... and then Robert's not that old, but if this was like maybe like 10
years ago.
5 years ago, maybe Again, I'm not saying it's but it's not your style, dude. Like, I'm just looking at this the whole time, like, something's gonna happen.
He's
here.
gonna die. That's my
not.
whole thought process the whole time is I'm going to watch a man die.
Well, you even hear in the comments, like, what is it, Corey Graves? He just goes sarcastic. He's not making that.
The thing that gets me is they were talking the whole time. Well, the announce table counts, right?
Yeah.
Does it?
No, it does.
It does?
They've used that before, I believe.
See, I feel like it used to not count.
If we're going off of 2K rules, then it counts. Which, because we all know 2K rules are right?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, dude, I could have won so many table matches against you. I thought I had to put you through the...
Nah, fam.
Wow.
Just any table, by definition.
Yikers.
Yeah.
Wow, I just had a revelation.
That's why your boy's a champion in 2K.
Actually, your boy is injured in 2K.
Was a champion in 2K. So yeah, the
Usos
as this spot, which was totally going to happen, right? The Usos run down to the ring, and we get a super kick party as the Usos just start super kicking everybody, or as Michael Cole said, sweet chin music.
He's calling all of it. What do you think party is in Samoan? I think we need to find that out.
I don't even
put it on a shirt.
I don't want to attempt it. I don't want to be a. I don't know. I don't know if that's. He's gonna look it up. You had luck trying to pronounce that Samoan.
Oh yeah,
word.
no, I'm just going to look it up.
Oh here, give us a second here.
From English to Samoan. Oh, it's actually one of my most recent languages.
Of course it is. This is really exciting stuff, guys. Nick on his phone.
Pati. P-A-T-I.
It's just patty. Super kick patty! Ow! Yeah.
I could get behind it.
It just sounds like we don't know how to spell party.
I'm going to put it on a shirt now.
There you go.
I'm going to put it on a shirt. Knock off Uso shirts. Who wants one?
There you go. So yeah, the Usos just start super kicking
everything that
moves. And then we get
sweet chin music.
Yeah, yikes, yeah.
Thanks,
so
Cole.
then they put Ziggler on the announce table, and then they both get up on the barricade, like walking it like a tightrope. And then we get Stereo dives through the table, taking out Ziggler and effectively themselves. And then, yeah, almost immediately we get a Roman Reigns spear through the table that was set up in the corner. Roman Reigns wins the match.
And then he cuts a promo after the match. Well, you know the Royal Rumble's taking place in a baseball stadium. It means it's pretty big. And I'm going to beat your ass all over that stadium. So the stipulation, me falls going anywhere. Did I do good?
Amen.
I think I put as much life into that promo as Roman did.
Great job, Nick, and fantastic job, Roman, for that
Falls going anywhere.
Amazing delivery. That was
like, you were so fire backstage cutting the Uso penitentiary thing, and he's like, and that's the stadium's big. It's a big stadium.
Well, big dog go into big stadium and get
big stadium,
and then
whoa.
Get big win. This is my yard now.
How is this show not scripted?
Who writes this?
God. Oh my God. We need to sue our writers. Oh wait, we don't have any. Oh, we really need to start going off script, man.
Yes, so that was
big stadium, man. Roman's in fight mode, I'll tell you that. Fight mode.
I was in fight mode when I heard that promo. I was ready to go backstage and find whoever wrote that. So that was wow.
Alright, so
enough about picking on Roman.
Match of the night. Do I have to pick one? Like, for the fact that it was a good show, do I have to pick a match?
Via our own rules, we do have to pick a match. It's none of them are really, no. I mean, I guess via default you have to go Usos versus Revival. That's gonna be my match tonight because that was a good match. It wasn't like anything special, but it's the best match on the card, I think personally. What would
like out of the kindness of my heart, I want to pick Sonya and Alexa.
Oh gosh.
And then part of me is like, Roman actually put on a good match.
No, that'd be a good match.
And I'm like, yeah, but I just can't pick against the Revival.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be in agreement on that one tonight. The Revival and the Usos in match of the night. Tonight's MVP for you.
Because they were all over the show apparently. The Usos are gonna be my. Can it be a tag team as an MVP?
No, you gotta pick one.
One Uso.
Which Uso do you want, Jimmy or Jay?
Then I'm gonna change my pick. Then if I can't have,
I would just pick Jimmy Uso. He went ham.
Well, he did, but I like him as a tandem unit.
Oh Jesus.
I guess then
You're one of those guys who still ships the Hardy Bros.
Well, no, I like Jeff as a solo act way more than I like them as a tag team. So.
Well, that's hilarious because I like Matt as a solo act way more than I like either of them as a tag team or Jeff as a solo act. Clean up your life, Jeff.
Wow. love you, Jeff. But so I guess then if I can't do a tag team, then my MVP.
You can pick a tag team. I'm just giving you crap.
Nah, man, I'll do solo. So honorable mention the Usos. My actual MVP is going to be just for making me laugh, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
This is a tough one for me. This is really tough because I have a person that I had picked for MVP the night that I watched this. And I think I'm going to change it.
Okay.
Simply based on the fact that I don't know how many more times I have the chance to call Kane my MVP. Kane showed up, cut an okay promo.
He didn't do a move in the ring, by the way.
But what he did do was he set up an ambush on the Fiend. Smart man. That's what happens when you become mayor of a county. I don't know how you become mayor of a county.
Mayor of Knoxville County, by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
Mayor Kane. So my MVP tonight is Mayor Kane. Honorable mention for being the choice I had in my head for the last 26 hours is Otis.
Okay.
And of course, I'm invoking a new thing tonight.
Okay.
The Fight Mode Player of the Night.
Oh, goodness.
Fight Mode Wrestler of the Night, excuse me. And that's going to go to Daniel Bryan. He came out in fight mode.
Really pushing that.
He came out in fight mode. Mode.
He did come out in a mode in which he wanted to fight. So
therefore,
I ain't saying it.
Say it. The fans want it.
Nah, fam.
Leave a comment letting us know that you either do or do not want Marcus to join the fight mode movement. Wow, I can't even speak English.
So that's going to do it for this week's edition of our Smackdown review.
I would like to say one quick thing, actually, before we go off air, as it would be. We have, from 2019, although obviously it's a very, very short list, our MVP and match of the week picks. And I would like to reveal those on Monday night and see if we had anybody who actually makes it as our MVP, or if we just have a tie with 1 point for everybody.
Okay.
I feel like the viewers deserve, our viewers, all 13 of you, deserve a rundown of the 2019 MVP and match of the week voting, or match of the night. I'm screwing up our own gimmicks, man. I can't even do this anymore. I quit.
There you go. So, with that being said, I'm Marcus White. Just Marcus White.
Can I unquit?
Nope. So,
Please?
Nope.
And I'm Nick Cavalli, and we invite you all to join the revolution.
Make sure you follow those socials. Don't forget our new Twitter again is at Wrevolution Pod. Again, that's at Wrevolution Pod. Don't forget to follow both my own and Nick's social medias.
You can hit me up on the gram or the Twitter.
Links are in the description below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, have a good week.
Hit the little ringy bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good week. We'll see you on
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Our videos are going to be frequently coming out the night after the shows they review.
Let's just be honest with our viewers. We both have dinosaurs for computers.
Yeah, so...
And my dinosaur may or may not be dying.
It's going extinct, as they would say.
Oh, man.
So.
But the dinosaurs are extinct. Look at Luchasaurus. All right. Anyways, have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.